Hello everyone, before me guide you, let me introduce myself first. My name is Panusunan Siregar and I am student at the University of Sumatera Utara with ID number 20224022. Today I will take you to a religious tourist destination in the city of Medan. Yes, Graha Maria Annai Velangkanni. Graha Maria Annai Velangkanni was built in 2001 on land in the Tanjung Selamat area and stood perfectly in 2005, which was masterminded by Pastor James with hard work, patience, and courage. He fought with cold hands and only relied on funds from donors who were willing to donate. But before entering a tourist location, tourists are required to carry out a health protocol by wearing a mask and currently when carrying out tourist activities. If there are tourists who do not bring and wear masks, then the manager could. We are also required to scan Peduli Lindungi for our common interest. What must also be ensured is the most provision of more hand washing facilities with clean water for tourists, also complete with hand washing shop along with educational poster on how to wash hands properly and correctly. In addition, managers are required to provide hand sanitizer with a minimum alcohol concentration of 17% in public places such as entrance counters, entrances for tourist attraction, food court, and other public places. In Tanjung Selamat, Medan, since 2001, which is also known as the year the Great Jubilee, a shrine has begun to be built in honor of Mother Mary, Mother of Healing, commonly known as Annai Maria Velangkanni. The holy place at Tanjung Selamat was established in honor of Mother Mary with the same title as a Mother of Healing, or in English, Our Lady of Good Health. The construction of these Catholic places of worship, apart from the support people, also cannot be separated from the effort of Pastor James Baraputra SG, an Indian Jesuit who has more than 30 years of service in the Diocese Great Medan. Graha Maria Velangkanni, Tanjung Selamat is not duplicate the Velangkanni Basilica because of the shape of the Graha Velangkanni building, which is Tanjung Selamat, Medan, completely original with full meaning. True architectural form, symbol of the tell the history of world events and celebration of making a state in the scriptures and teaching Catholic Church. Graha Maria Velangkanni building religious meaning through symbol that historical event, the world and salvation of the human race, as stated in the Holy Bible. The teaching of the Catholic Church, religious meaning, characteristic of Catholic Maha Graha Velangkanni. There's also place of worship church, worship held in various languages according to the needs of the pilgrims. Among them are Indian, English, and also Indonesian. Also provided separate spaces from different language and from different group. Every afternoon always worship is done. Graha Annai Maria Velangkanni also hosts Eucharistic celebration, processions, novenas, and special ceremonies in May every year as the month of Mary. The emergence of Graha Annai Velangkanni was initiated by Pastor James Baraputra SG, who has been dreaming for building since 35 years ago. A place of pilgrimage of Annai Velangkanni in Indonesia, Pastor James wanted to be there. A place of worship for Hindus who later converted to Catholicism in Medan City. Besides that, Annai Maria Velangkanni can be a place to visit spiritual tourism for Catholic. The origins of the Annai Velangkanni devotion date back in the 17th century, where Mother Mary, Jesus, and the Samaritan woman have lived in Velangkanni, a coastal hamlet of the Cape of Bengai, a South Indian part of Tamil province, of healing miracles both physical and spiritual. Maria Annai itself means Mother Mary in English Tamil. Tens of thousands of people come every day to make pilgrimage of a holy place is full of faith and serial to experience God's power in prayers and supplications.
Hi everyone. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Yola and I will tell you something about Graha, Maria, Anna, Velangkanni. Okay, let's go to Taman Bethlehem. Okay, now we go to Bethlehem. In Bethlehem, you know that Jesus Christ born in Bethlehem, and Jesus love a kids very much. And everyone can see that Mark 10 verse 14 say that, but when Jesus saw it, he was moved with indignation and said unto them, suffer and the little children to come unto me, forbid them not, for to such belong the kingdom of God. Bethlehem was the birthplace of Daud, the second king of Israel. The city was also the place where he was anointed king by Samuel. It was from the well of the Bethlehem that three of his heroes brought water from him, at the risk of their life while Daud was in the cave of Adullam. And Jesus Christ, whom they proclaim as the Messiah, was born in Bethlehem. Although he was later raised in Nazareth, Galilee, Matthew reports that Herod, after the birth of Jesus, ordered to kill all the children in Bethlehem and its vicinity, namely, and children 2 years of age. Okay guys, so let's go to the monument of the sign of the Catholic cross. As you can see that Paus picture in here until Paus 2030. And Pastor James, as established of Graha, Maria, Annai, Velangkanni, according concept was inspired by one of the reflections of the mystery of the Incarnation, such in the Spiritual Exercises book, which contains the spiritual experience of Santa Ignatius of Loyola, founder of the Jesus Order and a great spiritual teacher who leads seekers of good into the experience of good through retreats. And Pastor James ventured into an extraordinary job that ultimately cost him over 4 billion rupiah. At the time when Indonesia's national economy was extremely unstable. Okay, we go to Kapel Santo Yohanes Paulus II Agung that you can pray in here. Santa Paulus Yohanes II, during his pontificates, fought communist, unresisted capitalist, and political oppression. Paus Yohanes II had the third longest term in history after Paulus Pius XIX and Saint Peter. He died on April 2, 2005 and was interred in the cemetery Bene Santo Peter Basilica on 19 December 2009. John Paul II was granted the title of Venerables from his successor, Paulus Benedict. He was beatified on May 1, 2011.
Hi, I'm Grace. I will tell you about this one. We can see here there is a tombstone that reads the inauguration of this empty tomb. The empty tomb is the Christian tradition which tell the woman coming to the tomb of Jesus on the third day after his crucifixion found it empty. The story is found in all four canonical Gospels, but beyond this basic outline, they agree on little. However, the whole death, burial, and resurrection narrative predates the Gospel and Paul's letters via oral tradition. The Gospel authors usage of standard literary, historical, and biographical compositional practice of they along with their use of multiple source account formats of the difference, which were usually over peripheral details. Okay, at here we can see many dress, and here there are bedroom that visitor can use. There are women's bedroom and men's bedroom. Okay, we can see here there are many pictures of the spiritual pilgrimage of the mother of the healer of the sick. Very many pictures, right? Okay, sorry, maybe I was a little wrong because the weather is very hot. Well, next, this is pictures of the Velangkanni cards. We can see the history of this healing pilgrimage.
Hello everyone, my name is Devi Simanungkarit. I will be your tour guide. Once inside the Velangkanni, the eyes will be spoiled by the beautiful view of all the ornaments and paintings that cover the walls to the roof. In that room, there is a small balcony on the left and right. From there, you can see a panoramic view of the path of the cross, which is made of iron. But from the inside, the pictures looks upside down. On this balcony, there is a small staircase leading to the tower. As soon as you enter, your eyes immediately see the beautiful verse of Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. Come to me, all you who are worn and burdened, and I will give you rest. This is an invitation for people who come to seek God. The inscription is placed high in front of the altar. On each pillar, there is a statue of the apostles. On the side wall are excerpts from the Bible in four languages: Indonesian, English, India, and Chinese. Which are about the 8 Beatitudes, which are the essence of Christian teaching. The roof of the building is decorated with paintings of the 7 main sacraments in Catholic. The back of the altar is decorated with a painting of the Last Supper, and above it is a diorama of the crucifixion of Jesus. To the left of the altar is a smaller statue of Annai Velangkanni. There's a dome above the altar filled with beautiful paintings of Adam's creation, or mimicking Michelangelo's masterpiece in the Sistine Chapel. Paintings about the coming of Jesus in the last days, and paintings of Mary's rapture to heaven. If we look from the balcony, the floor of this church will form a very large cross. So, if the meaning of the symbols from the outside and the inside are put together, it could mean that this is a picture of the history of human salvation from the beginning of creation until the coming of Jesus to atone from human sins, and finally to the end of time. The floor of this church will form a very large cross. So if the meaning of the symbols from the outside and the inside are put together, it could mean that this is a picture of the history of human salvation from the beginning of creation until the coming of Jesus to atone for human sins, and finally to the end of time. The floor of this church will form a very large cross. So if the meaning of the symbols from the outside and the inside are put together, it could mean that this is a picture of the history of human salvation from the beginning of creation until the coming of Jesus to atone from human sins, and finally to the end of time.
Hello everyone, I'm Lulu. Will take you to an illustration sculpture the first time Jesus performed a miracle at Cana in Galilee. The miracle of Jesus turning water into wine at the wedding at Cana is the first of Jesus' miracles recounted in the Gospel of John, and as such, it marks a decisive moment in the story of Jesus' divinity. While conducting transport to Holy Land, there is a beautiful and memorable location for couples. This is the place where Jesus Christ performed his miracle at the request of his mother Mary. At John 2, verse 1 through 12, Jesus and his mother are invited to a wedding feast in Cana. When the occasion turned out the way were short of wine, it was the Virgin Mary who asked Jesus to help her turn water into wine. It was made by Jesus in Cana as the first of his signs and has thus declared his glory. Cana is a city in Galilee, located 5 miles northeast of Nazareth. The population of 8,500 includes Muslims and Christians. The location of the Cana visited by Jesus is thus far debated and uncertain. But Cana is one of Holy Land's traditional cities and maintains its authenticity. Cana was a church built by Queen Helena in the 4th century. It had refurbished in the 70s to the 19th century. The Franciscan wedding church, the Cana, is the most famous church at Cana. Looking ahead, the church had a unique status flanked by 2 bell towers. The wedding church at Cana has 2 levels. At the top of the church, there is a chapel with a simple dome, and just before the staircase was a fragment of a bizarre mosaic. Do you know what the name of this church means? Annai in the language of India means mother or mother, and Velangkanni itself is the name of a city in South India. By Catholics in India, they believe the Virgin Mary once appeared in the city. This story too can be seen on the wall of this church. For Catholic, it is one of the places of spiritual instruction, but even so, it is open to everyone, maintaining their tolerance and sacredness as a house of worship. Every corner of the Velangkanni is filled with flowers and trees that are neatly arranged. This makes Velangkanni have a natural view. And also, this place is clean. The visitors have the awareness not to throw garbage.
Hello everyone, my name is Rido. I will be your tour guide. I think that's what I explained first. Let's continue in another place. If you have any question, please. The idea of building of Catholic Center has emerged since the arrival of Pope John Paul II to Medan in October 1989. This Graha is open to the public. Every day many visitors who come to this church either to pray, just to see and admire this place. Not only Catholics, but from other religions you will also meet here. They are not only from the city of Medan, but from outside to many tourists from abroad. Here is banner at Graha Maria Annai early equipment with a portion of Graha, Maria, Annai, Velangkanni in this piano. This church is a pilgrimage center built by the Archdiocese in Indonesia. Besides being a place of worship for Catholics, Graha Maria Annai Velangkanni is also very popular as a tourist destination. You know, this church is indeed open to the public, so there are many tourists who visit this. However, because its main function is as a place of worship, tourists who visit the church must follow the church rule to maintain decency and order. Here is banner at Graha Maria Annai early equipment with a portion of Graha Maria Annai Velangkanni in this banner. For those of you who want a store different from others, you can try to enjoy the registers in the First City, starting from Maria Annai Velangkanni. This building is a church of Catholic worship called Graha Maria Annai Velangkanni, a very impressive Indo-Mukha style building. If you have any question, please. The idea of building a Catholic center has emerged since the arrival of Pope John Paul II to Medan in October 1989. This Graha is open to the public. Every day many visitors who come to this church either to pray, just to see and admire this place. Not only Catholics, but from other religions you will also meet here. They are not only from the city of Medan, but from outside to many tourists from abroad. I think that's what I explained first. Let's continue in another place. This church is a pilgrimage center built by the Archdiocese in Indonesia. Besides being a place of worship for Catholics, Graha Maria Annai Velangkanni is also very popular as a tourist destination. You know, this church is indeed open to the public, so there are many tourists who visit this. However, because its main function is as a place of worship, tourists who visit the church must follow the church rule to maintain decency and order. Okay, this is the main building, which is the chapel of Annai Velangkanni, and it was built while waiting for the building permit for the construction of Graha Maria. An increasing influx of prayer who visit the chapel daily to glorify Our Lady and to seek her intervention for all their needs and offer thanksgiving. The chapel offers a peaceful and inviting environment suitable for a quick place of prayer, contemplation, and meditation. I think that's what I explained first. and let's continue in the another place, okay?